I took organ literature in addition to my organ and service playing. I expected to learn about organ literature, but the way the course was taught, you learn organ building techniques of each period and how it integrates, and actually how some of the organ builders actually drove the composers by what they were able to work with on the organ itself.
What surprised you most about this class?
I think the integration of the organ builders with the composers at the time, and the relationships between the composers and how they actually, you think of a composer, but you also just think of them in their own little bubble. You don't think of them as interacting with contemporaries of their time. And it was brought out a lot on the interactions of composers, and not just that, the different national styles and how it evolved over time based on other styles. You don't realize how integrated everything is until it's put together in a complete course.
Well, how does Professor Connor's teaching style contribute to your understanding of the material?
Every lecture started with the organ building of the period or what you're about to study. And the great thing was, after he would talk about something, he would play an example and discuss it. And he found a lot of pieces with the scores there, so you could actually look at the score while you're listening. And in addition, every week he gave you a substantial playlist that you could take further and listen to more of what he was talking about and teaching during that week.
A lot of times, organ literature classes will just focus on the big masterworks, and of course, the courses should include the masterworks. But did Professor Connor do anything that would be practical service pieces as well?
Absolutely. He would cover the masterworks and the masters of each period, but I also was able to learn about a lot of obscure composers, and he would point out very accessible pieces for each period and composers. And even some of the bigger works, he would talk about excerpting some sections out that were really attainable. And every class, he focused on what could be used during a service, how it could be used during a service as a prelude, postlude, etc. And gave you great collections that you could go on and look for as well.
So you found the class applicable to your work as a church musician?
Absolutely.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Would you recommend this course to other church musicians then?
I would recommend this to anybody that plays the organ, but definitely church musicians for sure.